Strength and blessings out there. This is executive creator Alexander Asafa of Brotherhood Language, approaching conversation kinetically about fiction, aka Black AF. I'm here to tell you about the Anchor app. Let me explain. Let's get right to it. Number one, the Anchor podcast app is free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you. You can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many, many, many more. You can make money from your podcast right now with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started right now. This is Brotherhood Language, approaching conversation kinetically. My name is Alexander Asafa, and this is Black as
Brotherhood Language, approaching conversation kinetically about fiction. This is Black as
You ready to rock?
Not really, but you know what I'm saying? I told you I ain't come here to work.
I'm a rad Pokemon. Nigga, that was
I'm
funny.
a rare Pokemon. But the ball, when he threw the ball, he was like, what you throwing balls for?
He did the next shit too. Like,
right.
nah, man. And the nigga look like artificial Arsenio that was the host with them fucked up ass sweaters.
Man, dog.
Ace Man is funny though. Funny as fuck.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough of the digression. Might as well get this started. Brotherhood Language, approaching conversation kinetically about fiction. This is Black as Fuck. I have a Black as Fuck sweater on. BLACK space AF. My guy over there is got a black mask on. He black. He repping a black shirt that's got black people on it.
Dave Chappelle characters on it.
Should have never gave you niggas money. Never. Let me tell you about these handles though. These TikToks, these Twitters, and these Grams. BLACKAZFUK. I like to fuck it up every other week. I fuck it up every other week. That's a good light little hook. I fuck it up every other week. BLACKAZFUK. That is Black as Fuck. That is the TikTok. That is the Twitter. That is the Instagram. The website, www.blackafhq.com. You can check us out every Monday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come join the show through Zoom. You don't need to have a Zoom. You can just come join the show through the Zoom. Ain't no bouncer there. You can get in with them shoes on. You can be a rare Pokemon, wherever you want to do it. Just come slide through. Slide through. No lollipops. And, you know, it's all non-binary. We just ain't going to give out no lollipops to nobody. B-Walt just had me watching some Ace Veins, so that's the mode we in right now. B-Walt, how you feeling on this Monday?
Like I said, man, I ain't coming here to work.
You gonna talk like that the entire show?
The whole show.
All right, well, I have a sweater on, but it's not multicolored. It's well, technically it is, I guess. Yeah. How about that? All right, let's get to it. Let's start with the I guess the oldest stuff, the stuff we have to talk about. We gotta talk about this what if though. This new one, this latest one. It's kind of a review, preview, approval. You know what I mean? Like, because it's, well, let me tell you. So, like, don't start heckling, bro. We got 90 more minutes. Don't you start heckling. The show come on so middle of the week, and then he just gonna leave. You know what? Bye, Felicia. Whatever. Anyway, like I was saying, the what ifs happened in the middle of the week. By the time we get to it, y'all done smoked, y'all done drank, had a good time, did some shit you wasn't supposed to do, did some shit you were supposed to do, made some money, lost some money, watched a football game. You know, life, essentially is what happened. But we're gonna talk about it because them shits is fire.
And in about 36 hours, the new one gonna be up. So this is the approval. You be what? Am I by myself?
No, bro.
Okay.
But I'm gonna tell you, full disclosure. I was finna watch that shit, but what had happened was the Wu-Tang Saga came back on, man. The Hulu shit. So, and it come on the same day. So what had happened was I meant to get and watch the What If, and then I got busy with stuff. Know what I'm saying?
I don't believe you, bro.
I told you I ain't come here to work. I mean, I don't know how many times I got sad.
So wait, so you telling me you didn't do your homework, but you did extra credit?
Bro, I ain't get to see the shit. Like, I totally forgot about it until 5:45 today. Like, damn, I forgot to watch that What If, yo.
Okay, yeah. Watch this. But
don't dance, because I'm gonna watch it anyway. So really, just don't dance. I want to know.
You want me to go back to the text? Because you know what you text me on Thursday?
What?
I'm tired of getting killed in these motherfucking episodes. You want me to go back to test?
Hold on, wait
folks,
a minute.
This is what I'm talking about. Nigga done had a whole life since Wednesday. Forgot he done watched this shit. Literally, I forgot he watched this.
Did I watch that one?
Yes, nigga. Yes, you did.
Hold on, what was it about then?
Killmonger. Working the shit out. Prove-o.
Bro, I'm tweeting.
Prove-o.
Okay, I saw that one. Yeah.
I'm like, is he fucking with me? Is he on some Ace Base shit? Rare Pokemon shit, nigga. What is going on? That's so funny. Yeah, man. We said like nigga back to each other like 8 times, like in like 2 minutes. You know, whatever. I had a great time. It was fun. So now that you remember, why don't you get us going, Kenny Lofton? Why don't you get this shit started?
You didn't call me a rare Pokemon and Kenny Lofton in the same 2 minutes.
That's what we do on Black as Fuck.
Okay, so this what if was about if instead of Ironman becoming Ironman, he was saved in the desert and by Killmonger. So we all, I didn't like it. Iron Man died again. Well, almost died. Or did he die? No, he died at the end. Yeah, he died at the end.
Yeah, they murked that.
Yeah, they got him. They got his ass again. I liked it. I thought it was cool, but this is my issue with it. The Watcher was making an argument that in a different circumstance, you know what I'm saying, Killmonger might turn out to be a good guy. Turns out he didn't. He was playing niggas from jump, just like he did in the movie. He was playing everybody. I still maintain to some extent that Killmonger was the hero in Black Panther. So I'm a little upset that he went and he killed Tony, man. Like, what the fuck? But all in all, I do like What If. I like what they're doing with that series. And this was my least favorite one.
Really?
You know why?
Because you died the second time?
Because they killed Tony again. Leave Tony the fuck alone. Shit. Damn.
Shit. I don't know, man. When you die, it's good television. You know what I'm saying? Every time. Maybe it's a snap. Maybe you a zombie. Maybe it's a spirit to the heart. I don't know. But it's a good time every time. I love the episode. It was better than 5 to me. But again, we talked about this previously. Not a zombie guy. But here's like, I'm noticing that these what if stories are essentially rewrites, remixes, very quick short film forms of what the main stories were when they originally were presented to us. So it kind of feels like they changed enough to say it is a what if, especially with this one. But this could have been the first Black Panther. And I'll tell you what, it would have been an upgrade. I love Black Panther. I love everything Black Panther stands for, everything that it was able to do. It's not one of my favorite MCU movies. This is me personally. It's nowhere near Captain Marvel, that's for sure. To me, it's kind of somewhere in the middle though. I felt like I don't know if Killmonger for me was a strong enough storyline, but that was almost 4 years ago now, which is crazy. And with this one, like the way he approached it, I thought was cleaner. I thought even Black Panther, T'Challa, rest in peace, Chadwick, his entry into the what if as Black Panther in this episode, that was better. I would have loved to see what they did with the animation. I would have loved to see that live action. Personally. But yeah, that boy was plotting and scheming, and he was killing white people and niggas. It didn't matter. If you was in the way, you was gonna get it. Don Cheadle, Tony, T'Challa, Pepper Potts lucky she didn't have her suit on. She could have got it too. I'm sure Jarvis didn't make it out of the credits. Like, he was killing everybody. Like, it was good. It was good. I definitely, yeah, it was good to hear Michael B. Jordan. We really hadn't seen him since. So it was kind of like, okay.
He's done a couple things.
With them since?
Oh, not with Marvel. No. But I've seen Michael B. Jordan and some other stuff. He's still doing his thing.
Right. Yeah. No. He's been active, but I mean, like, just in the MCU specifically.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, it was a damn good episode. I put it probably right below number 4 for me, which is the Doctor Strange one, which to me is my favorite. But yeah, that's I wish we could talk about what the next is gonna be about, but you just kind of gotta show up, right? Appointment television. Like, do you see trailers about it at all or no?
Nah, I mean, you may get snippets in the opening credits or something. Like, you might see a character like, oh shit, I didn't see him in the other 5 movies, or other 5 shorts. So they're not really telling you what it is. I do like the Jeffrey Wright is the Watcher. Ain't it the Watcher?
Yes, sir. The Watcher.
I like Jeffrey Wright. I've always liked him. But I like the idea of the story. It's just that I feel like Killmonger directed in the right way would have been a good guy per se. You know what I'm saying? If Killmonger had the opportunity that Spider-Man had with Iron Man.
You mean like sort of working in tandem, but kind of by himself with T'Challa? Is that what you mean?
I mean, the way they presented Killmonger in the movie in Black Panther, he was an extremist in the sense that he was pretty much trying to wipe all the Europeans out. His reasoning for it made sense, but his reasoning for wanting to do it made sense, but he was flawed in the sense that he thought that wiping out all white folks was the way to go. Clearly, I mean, he was flawed in thinking that. But I feel like he thought that way because of how he came up. If you got a guy like Tony, just like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like he wouldn't have still been like I said, a bad guy per se. I still think he would have been taking out white folks that needed to be taken out, but not all of them across the board, like how he was trying to present it as Black Panther.
Talking about the live action movie.
Yeah, You ever seen that meme that exists when it talks about the different types of good, and different types of evil, and the different types of neutral? It's like a grid of 9. And I can't, man, I'm gonna fuck it up. But Killmonger in the Black Panther movie would have fallen under evil, but justified. I forget. I'm gonna fuck it up. You know what? Forget I even said it. I mean, if I can find the meme, then I'll explain it to you. But I just feel like with the right direction, the right opportunities and shit, he wouldn't still be a bad guy. Like I get why he was a bad guy in Black Panther, right? Because
Right.
he was like the what's the word I'm looking for? He was the foil for Black Panther. So we get that. I understand that. But under the circumstances where Black Panther don't exist in this world, you know, he gets to meet his family. He gets accepted by his family. I don't see him going that route. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm
You
thinking too
talking
much
about
about a character and shit.
you talking about where they took the what if arc or remix of
Yeah,
the story.
where they took the. I just didn't see him as being taking him a bad guy route.
Right, right.
I still like the fact that he killed Claudio.
He, white boys from Lord of the Rings, you're gonna get it. You're gonna die. Well, maybe they did that because they knew they only had like 30 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because potentially they could have extended that. But again, that's what I mean. Like I would have rather seen this play out between him and T'Challa over a couple movies. You know what I mean? Like it builds underneath in the beginning. You know what? I don't need to say any more anyway, because we're working on some shit. I need to shut the fuck up. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
There's a lot of explaining to not explain shit going on right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What happened was nothing. Forget it. Never mind.
Yeah, because we're going down rabbit holes that we don't need to go down for free. So we appreciate you 8 people listening. But yeah, let's keep it pushing. All right, B Walt. So this Deathloop, did you get a chance to play it after watching Wu-Tang?
Deathloop, yeah, Deathloop. You know what? I haven't had time to get into it deep, but I'll tell you, preliminary. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was cool. I mean, imagine being on an island where the same day repeats itself over and over and over again. The thing is, everybody on the island knows that the day repeats itself over and over and over again. So you start out you're an assassin who works for this. I got to the point where I found out you work for this company of people you're trying to kill.
Yeah.
But like I said, the day loops. So you're trying to figure out how to stop the loop. And so I haven't gotten too far into it. I like the story so far. They mix, clearly they mix some sci-fi into it and shit like that. And then there's this other primary assassin who, I don't know if y'all used to date, but she's trying to kill you, but she's still talking to you on the phone and periodically flirting. It's weird.
The pussy mad at you?
But she's still trying to kill you. You know what I'm saying? The lead is a brother, and the guy you play, he's a brother, and his commentary is fucking hilarious, Joe. He's funny as hell. But I haven't.
Is this a digital game or is this a?
Well, I mean, they got either or. Deathloop is from Bethesda.
Okay.
So Bethesda, they can come with some heat every now and again, and so
literally every now and then, like enough to keep the company running.
Right. So with this one, the verdict is still out on whether or not it's heat, but it's definitely enjoyable, and it's definitely you got to think your way through it. You know what I mean? It's not just a regular shooter where you run out like, I'm gonna kill everybody in this phone.
Right.
You have to think your way around the stuff, and then again, like I said, the day repeats over and over and over again. So if you die, it's like whatever. The whole point is to try to keep the day from repeating, right? And so like you get to certain points where you're allowed to save things you find, but if you don't get to those points, and they explain it in the game on why you can actually do it. If you don't get to those points, you lose all your shit. So you know me, man. I'm like, Ah, well, I will tell you this.
You put out the hammer, nigga?
Bro, I'm pretty nice with it. I think I died twice, but I mean, I didn't really lose too much. But there's some weapons in there, right?
Right.
The silent kills is nice. The banter is hilarious. Like the people talking back and forth who don't even know you're there. When they find out you're there, just all of that. The dialogue is funny. The shit between homeboy and the female assassin is hilarious. I would say play it.
Okay.
I would say play it. Get the feel of it. See if you like it or not.
Is it third person or what?
No, it's
Because
first.
I ain't seen it. Oh, it is first person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, because I ain't seen.
Wait. For the dummies in the room, me. First person is when you just see the gun in the hand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're so funny.
For the people that don't know, it's cool, man. And like I said, there's sci-fi elements to it. There's like superpowers. I just got one. That was kind of cool. But again, if you die, you lose all this shit. So it's stressful, man. I don't want to lose this shit. This shit is good. It makes me think of Returnal in the sense that in Returnal, if you don't get to a certain point, you lose all your fucking shit.
Right.
Right. And this is similar to that, but it's first person. It's more comical. A lot more comical actually. And yeah, I say play. I think you'll like it. I don't know if it'll keep your interest through the entire game, but I haven't played it long enough to even know if it's something that I would finish. Just because time is so divided right now with everything. But it was worth it. It was a nice little playthrough so far.
You haven't beaten it yet, though, right?
Nah. Like I said, man, like I think I put in about, for the purposes of telling you about it, I put in about 45, 50 minutes.
Okay. Just enough to meet the criteria.
Just enough so I could figure out the mechanics and, see exactly where the story was going to go.
Right. That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, you got to come back, bro. Did you finish playing, or have you played any more NBA 2K? Any update on your camera angle?
Yo, bro, they still ain't fixed these camera angles, but they keep sending me these real nice emails like, don't worry, we're still looking into it. Niggas gonna look into it. It's gonna be the playoffs. Like, but
what's happened since the last time we were asking you about this game?
Just about 5 emails saying we still looking into it. They haven't fixed it.
Now, are you keep emailing them back, or they just being real nice? Just
the
like,
thing is, they're very
proactive.
How's it going? I haven't emailed them back since the last time. The thing is, I sent them a video clip showing, look, I can't pick no more than 2 camera angles in the fucking in the thing. This shit is stupid. Right. So I mean, homeboy, he used corporate talk, said, oh, I escalated it and da, but escalating it don't mean shit, bro. Like, fix the fucking problem.
Get the shit done.
Right. So I ain't tripping. It is what it is. Like I said, I haven't had a time like that. I think today I crashed a little bit and played more than an hour. For the last couple of days, it ain't really been like that.
Right. Right on. All right, well, keep us updated. Let us know on the next episode of the Game Diary.
The Game Diary is 2K22 Chronicles, man. Listen, I tell you what, these niggas better fix these motherfucking camera angles before I just download 2K21 again. It's the same damn game, basically. Shit.
I tell you right now, you're getting with them shoe.
Tell you right now. Shoot.
All right, we got a couple I wouldn't call them birthdays. I'd call them special days. That means something to us here at Black as Fuck. September 18th, 1987. B-Walt, do you remember what you were doing? Because I do. And I didn't even know you back then.
September 18th, 1987.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to take a guess? Take a guess. Take a guess. What would B-Walt in the middle of the shy, in the middle of the 80s be doing September 8th, 1987?
September 8th or September 18th?
18th, excuse me, September 18th.
Depends on the day. I probably.
Let's call it a Monday. Let's just say, hypothetically, it was a Monday. Definitely wasn't a weekend. I can tell you that.
The U.S. and the USSR signed an accord to remove mid-range missiles that day.
Okay, Huey Freeman, is that what you were focused on back in 87?
No, I don't think so. More like
September 18th, 1987, Ducktales made its debut.
Ooh. DuckTales.
Woo! Look at that. Look. You like Master P with an album every week right there.
Bro. Oh, yeah? Okay. Nice. That first episode wasn't that great. But after that, it got good.
Wasn't it the beginning with the 5-part series? Like about the treasure? Wasn't it that one? Or am I tripping? Is that in order?
See, that's the thing. I don't know if they showed it in order on TV, but on the disc set, the kids come to Scrooge McDuck's crib or whatever.
That's right.
Donald Duck leaves. Right. Donald Duck leaves. He still ain't wearing pants. Homeboy leaves. He does his thing.
No pants.
And the Beagle Boys, I think the Beagle Boys was trying to steal his dollar or some shit like that. I forget. But I do remember the Beagle Boys.
Beagle Boys. Why did someone come up with a rap name or rap group called the Beagle Boys?
Are you serious?
Someone should have done it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
oh man.
How many? It was like 12 Beagle Boys. It was like they could have took on Wu-Tang.
Bro, like, was it 12 Beagle Boys? I remember it being 3.
It was no, it was way more than niggas. Mama was getting it in. Mama was having a good time. I guess it was the 70s. I don't know. Mob Beagle and them. But I love that show. I honestly feel DuckTales is one of the most important cartoons of all time, because that was the first time anybody really put like super major money into like a cartoon production. Because up until that point, them shits was literally glorified commercials. And we was eating that shit up. And they said, fuck it. And then DuckTales happened. Then the Disney Afternoon happened. Warner Brothers got hip to it. And we can actually just slide right into it. Over, I think actually the 18th, September 18th, if I'm correct. You might want to Google this, B. But we just missed official Batman Day, bro. Happy belated Batman Day to you, my guy. I appreciate you, Bruce Wayne. I appreciate you. Batman Day. Yeah, man. Fucking Batman Day. Not Superman. Not Clark Kent. Real nigga shit. Batman. We Batman, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, it just happened.
Saturday of September.
Yeah. So that was that the 18th? That was 18th, wasn't it?
Oh, I can't keep up with days no more.
Okay.
I ain't coming here to work. Really? Are you looking for it right now? And
so,
put yourself on mute.
You put me on mute. That was you. You always do that.
My hands is way over here. I'm nowhere near the keyboard. How could I do that?
Whatever, nigga. I know you.
I'm nowhere near the keyboard.
You gonna bang? You gonna hit my ear? You just gonna bang the eardrum? That's what you gonna do? That's what we're doing. Right? So, DuckTales, September 18th. Batman Day, September 18th. I know what you're doing on 1991. So we ain't got to talk about that. But when you think of Batman, what comes to mind? What is the first thing that comes to mind for you?
I wish I had his money. Are you kidding me? This dude was so rich, he used to wreck shit and just like repair it and have a new, like get a new one. Like, are you kidding me? Like he blew up his house, he blew up his condo, he blew up all his cars a couple times. You know what I'm saying? And he never ran out of money. Bruce Wayne never ran out of money. That's my favorite thing about Batman is that Batman was a regular dude that was super rich that actually did some shit with his fucking bread. Like, and people have said this and I agree. The fact that Jeff Bezos isn't Batman or Bill Gates never became Batman, like you wasted, like, man, like you should be Batman. You should be Batman.
The blueprint was right there.
Right there.
Like, right there. Simple. Simple, my nigga. Move to New York. Get a house in the Heights. You know what I'm saying?
In all honesty, my favorite thing about Batman is the dude struggle to do right even when it would be easier to do wrong, even when it would be justified to do wrong. His struggle to do what's right. Because I often put myself in them scenarios. Them dudes be trying to kill him, and he'd be like, no, batarang. Boop. No, I'm gonna kill you, Nick. Like, it's none of that. Like, if you shooting at me, bro, like, personally, I'm more Punisher than Batman, which is why I can appreciate Batman.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Now we finding out some shit.
Bro,
okay, Frank.
Look.
Brian Castle. B Castle.
God. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Batman has every right to want to kill the Joker. The shit that he's done to this man, the shit that he's done to his homies. And he was like, no, I'm just gonna keep sending you back to this asylum that you seem to break out of, 3 times a week. But that's that's the thing about
on 3
Batman.
different shows and 2 movies, right? Like
right, and a couple of video games.
Get it.
That's the thing, man. Batman is for me, all of Batman's stories have to do with his internal struggle with doing what's right and what's easy but justified. I think because he killed, like, I think the story, if I remember, there was a story arc where he was killing people in the beginning. Like when he first started, he was like, man, I'm murking niggas. I think he even had a gun. But then
he's definitely had a gun a couple times.
But then he changed it up, like, I'm no better than the people that I'm hunting if I shoot people. Like, no, you still are. In my opinion, you still are. Like, Dexter and the fact that he kills serial killers. He's a serial killer that kills serial killers. I see nothing wrong with that. Put him to good use.
It's one of my favorite shows too, bro.
Bro, can you see it up there? It's right
there. For myself, Legacy comes to mind when I think about Batman. Just one of the greatest characters of all time. He's evolved. He's become more relatable, even with his white powers of privilege. The live action movie, the movies, the live action movies, the animated series, the video game, like Batman has succeeded on just about every sort of medium that I've ever been into, which I don't think every character can say that. Dr. Doom doesn't have a video game that's like changed the way I play video games. Batman has 2 of them, or 2 that I play.
It took a while because there were a couple of Batman games that was kind of garbage. Like when they first started making them.
Oh, there was some fuck ups for sure.
Yeah, it took a while, but once they found the formula, you're right. They definitely.
Yeah, it's birthed into Spider-Man, which has now been birthed into Miles Morales having hot shit. You know what I mean? Like, And then he fucking beats Superman, my nigga. Anybody that beats Superman, I'm with you for life, bro. Batman, Doomsday, like we friends, bro. We friends for life. Anything them niggas need, I'm with. Whatever.
I don't know. I
So
just feel like Batman would never ask you for anything. I don't know. Like, Skinny, tell me a joke. I think that's probably as far as it goes. Because he's
bro,
such a serious dude.
You know what?
Tell me a joke, Skinny. You know.
He's got carte blanche, is all I'm saying. That's my guy.
Let me
Like,
move these billions of dollars out of the way so you can, tell me a joke right here.
That's it. That's all.
He don't even need you to go get his coffee because he got Alfred. Like, there's nothing that we could do for Batman. Nothing at all.
Yeah, well, some people just are okay with the fact that that we're there for them. Just showing support. Like,
look at you.
Like just calm down, bro. Like just chill. Like, that's my guy. Batman for life. Fuck Superman all day. I respect you, but you old as fuck, man. Your story did not last. It did not age well. Like a Superman story is like a lot of 80s movies. We can't watch them shits no more.
I be trying. Like Commando, that Arnold Schwarzenegger flick, where he literally took 3 shots from a gun and killed like 8 Mexicans. Bro, like, that might have been not even Mexicans. Colombians, I forget it. The thing is,
brown-skinned people,
right? In the 80s movies, the villain is usually, it depends on the climate of the country at the time. So if America was actually beefing with the Colombians, which I think they were in the 80s, or pretending to beef with the Colombians because they're the ones that was like, we don't want to get into Reagan and all that shit. However, in Commando, I guess it was probably Colombians. But Arnold legit came in there with a handgun, pop, 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 and 8 dudes fell back. I'm like, man, that is a talented man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I mean, there's tons of movies we can't even name. There's way too many 80s movies, but you get my point. Nah, I just Batman, the Red Hood.
Yeah, that is a good story. And again, the Red Hood is basically Batman if Batman was like, man, I'm doing whatever I gotta do. Like, let's,
He's your Bat Punisher. That shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing what you won't ever do. What you didn't have the guts to do. It's he's fucking Bruce, bro. Like, he can do whatever he wants. There's even a black Batman now that dropped this year. Like, there's been a lot that's come from him in terms of character. And I think the last thing I'll say is this. He is he's the largest persona in terms of the heroes that's closest to a villain. And I think that's what makes him relatable because of that. Because he goes through shit that, like, a lot of us do without the billions of dollars, but we go through it. It's very humanistic. It's very, shit we fear and being isolated, hero complex, our families, our friends, the people we take care of, the people we keep around us. And all that shit is real. It took him, like you said, it took him a while to figure out for the video games. It took him a while to figure that out for him too. Because for a while he was just like this James Bond debonair guy that would go around in the night and do this shit for, like, almost like shits and giggles. Like, initially it was that level. But because Bob Kane just wanted a motherfucker that looked like him doing shit that he would do, double dipping, so to speak. But even that, like, I don't know if you ever saw the documentary on, like, who actually created Batman.
No, you have to offline tell me where I can find that. I would definitely watch that.
Yeah, it's I forget his name. I think it's Bill Smith or something like that. So just everything surrounding Batman, bro. but yeah, we literally could go on for days, but we got to keep it pushing. Let's keep it rocking. We got Hideo Kojima. Some Hideo Kojima news from Kotaku.com. In a recent interview with a Japanese lifestyle magazine, Kojima was quoted, quote, "What I want to do are games that change in real time," quote Kojima, saying, even as we finally got people of various ages and occupations from all around the world playing the same game, everyone, and I mean everyone, is playing the same. He goes on to say, instead of that, I want to make something that changes based on where a person lives or how they think. B. Walt, as a fan of Death Stranding, what's your thoughts on Kojima and his overall arcing concept for his next video game?
There was a dude named, and I might say his name wrong, but I'm gonna try. His name was Peter Molyneux. I think that's how you say his name. He came out with the Fable series, and he said all this stuff. You can do whatever you want in Fable. Anything you want to do in Fable, you can fucking do it. You know, so he had these lofty goals for this game, and he came out with, and they came out with 3 of them, and they never quite reached that because it's impossible to do any and everything that anybody would want to do in the game. And first of all, it's just, I mean, it's not realistic. You're gonna run out of space. You know, and even those open world games are technically just bigger sandboxes. There are limitations, right? So Kojima, I love him for Metal Gear. It's one of the best game series ever created, in my opinion. But he lost me with that Death Stranding shit. So go ahead, bro. Make that shit, homie. But if I gotta deliver a motherfucking newspaper and that shit, I'm done, bro. Like, I swear on everything. Like, man, like, fuck, you know. You can't make a game where you can do any and everything you want to do. You can't. even because think about it, nobody is the same. Like Grand Theft Auto, which comes really close. There's still parameters. I mean, and then Grand Theft Auto on the PC, when you got these people to go in there and they actually like writing their own code into the game and creating characters and stuff, there's still limitations to what you can do. It's impossible to create a game without limitations, and that's what he suggested. How do you create a game? You know what game is without limitation? And it still has limitations depending on where you come from, how much money you make. Life, nigga, life. That's the game that's without limitation. Just go outside. You know what I'm saying? It's impossible. You have to have parameters. That's the whole point. Like, I mean, he could try.
I think it's definitely ambitious. He said he wants to make a game where, depending on how you think, affects how essentially changes the game that you're playing.
Yeah, but there's still limitations in that.
Well, okay, yeah, I was gonna say technically that's every game. Like, because if me and you simply will play 2K, we're not gonna do the same shit. We're competing against each other, so that forces us to play. Same thing with a fighting game. Even like some of the action adventure games we played, like I'm sure, I don't know how many Devil May Cries you played, but I know you didn't play like I did.
All of them. Every single one.
Okay, you
and we definitely didn't play the same.
Okay.
I was more like, man, I just want to beat this level. You're like, I got to beat this level without losing health, and you know, it's like, we don't play the same.
But you get my point. Like,
right.
So essentially, we're doing it anyway. How he would make that like essential to the gameplay? I don't know. But I think it's ambitious for sure. He needs to find a goddamn studio that'll let him do Metal Gear Solid 6 and Zone of Enders 3. That's what he really need to fucking do. But that's just my humble opinion on it. So,
well, you know, all artists get to the point where they want to grow and do different things from what they're known for. This is understandable.
I feel like you're talking about Kanye right now.
Fuck
On some
Kanye.
Dondish. We'll
Fuck
see.
Kanye. Fuck that motherfucker. Fuck Kanye. I'll say it one more time. When it becomes between Drake and Kanye, I'm team Drake, nigga. Fuck Kanye.
You know, the jokes just insert themselves. I ain't even got nothing to say to that, bro. You got it. You got it.
Saying, and you know I'm not the biggest, I'm not shit. I wouldn't even classify myself as a Drake fan at all. But and fuck Kanye, man. That dude is a weirdo. He needs to go sit his ass down somewhere. Remember what the fuck he can't. Like, man, look, bro. Look. You know what? Hold on, dog. Look. You know I'm tired of being out here on the West Coast. And every single time Kanye do some weird shit, y'all West Coast diggers find the one Chicago dudes you know, which is usually me, and say, all y'all do that? Like, do you really, nigga? We all walking around wearing trash bags. We all walking around wearing shoes that look like dumplings from a dim sum house.
Trash bags and piccolos, my nigga. The air
man,
piccolos.
Come on, man. Fuck, man. Kanye a fucking weirdo, bro. Like, you know what? Like, I tried, like, you know, his first couple of hours, you know, I was rocking with him and shit, Chi-Town all day. As soon as he forgot that, man, fuck that nigga. Buddy with Trump. He eat a dick, nigga. Like, fuck Kanye, man. And then people say, oh, well, it's because of his mom. Man, a lot of people done lost their mama. They're not going up. Man, fuck that. Fuck them. Fuck them. Why you even bring up Kanye? Fuck Kanye.
I don't know why I brought up Kanye. I have no clue. Maybe because you're from the Shy. Maybe because you're a
that
DJ.
Weird ass man, nigga. Look. You know how many times I've had that? Like, okay, so you know, like every stage of this, like he's really off the deep end, bro. But every stage of his mental deterioration, somebody comes to me and be like, "Y'all niggas in the shot get down like that?" No, not all. No, he is not representative of the majority of the, you know, South Side Chicago dude. He's not. He's not. Fuck Kanye.
Oh my goodness.
Are you fucking kidding me? You bring up Kanye. Kanye and Kojima ain't even. Man, listen, bro. Look, get back on. Look, I want Kojima to come out with a good game.
And you get back on task.
And I need Kanye to go, you know, put on that white jacket with the long arms and tie that shit around the back and sit his ass down. So fuck that goofy nigga. He goofy as fuck, Joe. Are you kidding me? He the goofiest man. Oh my God.
Oh man.
Dude, 40-something years old, acting like he's 12. And ain't nobody around him telling him, man, there's something wrong with you. Nobody. He's cracked.
As much as I would love for this to continue, we got to keep it pushing.
Motherfucker.
Let's keep it rocking.
I told you I ain't come here to work, bro. You messing with me today.
Anthony Mackie.
I just clocked in and you got me. Man, listen.
Anthony Mackie will star in the Twisted Metal live-action television show based off the hit PlayStation game, according to Collider.com. B-Wall, you actually sent me this. Well, let me set the table real quick. Let me give you a couple sides and, you know, different options and shit like that. He'll enter the titular ring of post-apocalyptic vehicular combat filled with evil clowns and killers in hopes of seeing his greatest wish come true. This is Anthony Mackie's character. Quote, "We've been big fans of Anthony's phenomenal body of work over the years and knew he was the only actor who could play a character as complex, funny, and compelling as John Doe," according to Executive Vice President of Comedy Development for Sony. Fortunately for us, he's agreed. Producing it is PlayStation Productions. And they have the writers from Deadpool pinned for the script. All right, B Walt. That's the logistics of the situation. What's your feedback?
Okay, the writers from Deadpool makes me think, okay, all right, I might give it a shot. But I'm trying to look at this through Anthony Mackie's eyes. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this, bro? I mean, Twisted Metal, I mean, you got the writers that were involved with Deadpool doing it. Okay, so that maybe as an artist or an actor or something, I look at them like, oh, okay, maybe, they put something together that's interesting. But you the new Captain America. I don't see Chris Evans trying to do no shit like this. I don't see Robert Downey Jr. trying to do no shit like this. Anthony Mackie, here's the thing. I've grown to really like Anthony Mackie as an actor because now he's always been a good actor in my opinion, or at least B actor in my opinion. But I hated that motherfucker after 8 Mile.
You didn't like Clarence, bro?
Bro, that's when I knew. I was like, man, I really hate this dude. He's a good actor because he got me hating him because he reminded me of clowns, Kanye, like that. You know what I'm saying? He reminded me, you know what I'm saying? So then that's when I really started paying attention to the stuff he's doing. Anthony Mackie is a good actor. Anthony Mackie has done a lot of things. And the first thing when I saw the story that I thought about was how much is Mackie getting paid for all the projects he's been doing? He's doing a lot of stuff. So how much is he getting paid? He is the new Captain America now, which means some movie in the Marvel phase, whatever, has got to be coming down with him as Captain America. It has to. It has to. So why do Twisted Metal?
It's a good question. It honestly is. Being a Black Captain America, I don't think he sees that as a 10-year run, a la Chris Evans. I don't think anybody does. So that might be playing a factor into it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he got a few more points on this Twisted Metal deal than he did for that Sam Wilson situation, though. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And look, video games and spinoffs in terms of like live content and things like that. It's not like it's old. It's not like niggas ain't fucking with that shit. Twisted Metal is a fun concept to think about in terms of like, a show. You know what I mean? Like, cause each one of those cars, you play Twisted Metal, each one of those cars had their own personality. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, you got cars, so there's some Fast and the Furious elements there. He is Captain America. Anybody that's played the video game, they fucking with it. It's got sequel opportunity. There's a lot of logistics here that I think that I know of and potentially could see why he's making the choice. So I know Chris Evans did a couple different things while he was being Captain America, but his main shit was being Captain America for sure, to your point. Go ahead.
The question was rhetorical. It's a payday.
Well, yeah.
It's a payday.
The pay is definitely good. He's, this is the fact that's coming with the fact that he is the new Captain America.
I think Samuel L. Jackson comes to mind.
Yep.
When you're talking about Black actors and they have to be prolific. They have to be. They got to get what they can get. This dude is doing car commercials. This dude has done movies upon movies upon movies. He's done series. You know what I mean? Like, as a Black actor, you got to take any and everything that comes your way that is going to be a solid payday. It is what it is. Because there's a huge level of inequity as far as who's getting paid what, depending on the film and stuff they're part of. Shit. So, I mean, it was rhetorical. He's doing that shit for the bread. I just don't. The only thing that's keeping me.
You think it's beneath him?
Beneath him? I'm not
Is
gonna
that what
say
you
that.
mean?
I'm not gonna say it's the need. Well, the first thought before reading was, man, what the fuck? But then because of the fact that the Deadpool writers are involved, that made me think, okay, if anybody can make their shit good, it's the Deadpool writers because they did it with the first Deadpool.
Right, the
And
first one.
and the second one, but whatever.
It's okay. She was in
Right.
the movie. That's all that mattered. But yeah, she know who she is. Yeah.
Oh my god. But yeah, so I mean, I think it's a payday. Get your money, bro. He did Altered Carbon. He did season 2 of Altered Carbon.
I could not get down with that show, bro.
You know
I
what?
tried.
I got all the way through it.
I gave it a few chances and it was just like it's all the ingredients are there, but they don't know how to cook, in my opinion. I don't like how this shit tastes.
The more the more of Anthony Mackie I see, the better. And it's just the better for him because he's getting the bread. He on that Samuel L. Jackson track. Samuel L. Jackson had generated billions upon billions of dollars of movies for these, billions of dollars for these movies that he's doing. Shit. He's been a part of that. So I get what he's doing, man. Do it. Keep doing it. Whether or not I'm gonna watch it though, I mean, I might, maybe, okay.
I actually need to see the trailer on this to be convinced. I need to see if they can pull off what I think they can do with this series. I need to see hints of that. As of right now, don't need to. Happy for him. I ain't played Twisted Metal in damn near 20 years though.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like I got to see who this is for. Is it going to be more Fast and Furious? Is it like where they're going to go with the car combat? How that's going to look? I need to see the execution. I'm not completely sold. I'm interested.
What was that movie that came out that they keep making iterations of? Death Race.
Yeah.
That's what I keep thinking in my head. Like they already have this.
And it's funny because Samuel was in those. Like he was.
I know.
Right.
So
but Death Race didn't have Sweet Tooth. So
Sweet Tooth is Sweet Tooth considered the bad guy of that game, or because
he's considered the Joker of that series. So yeah. We got to see if they pull it off though. Like a twisted motherfucker with an ice cream truck. That's kind of funny, bro. It's white. It's white as a motherfucker, but it's kind of funny.
we'll see.
We'll see. But yeah, congrats to him.
Good for Anthony.
I hope you got 9 points in that, my nigga. All right, let's keep it rocking. We actually got some more Batman news. Because we got to talk about this one. We got a couple from this source as well. GiantFreakingRobot.com reports that Michael Keaton has a solo Batman project in development from their trusted and proven sources. Warner Brothers is developing a solo Batman project for Michael Keaton. They go on to say, in addition to the solo movie, we've also learned the actor has a multi-picture deal with several appearances in his future. B-Walk. B-fucking Walk. Now, I'm thinking of a Batman entity that makes
sense.
That's the only thing that can make sense for what we just served on the platter. I'd like to get what you think I'm thinking right now. What do you think I'm thinking?
I'm thinking you thinking that we thinking it's got to be Batman Beyond because of how old he is. And I'm with it.
If that shit ain't bad, if it's anything, listen, let me get my Stephen A on. Listen, WB, okay? Listen, DC, this is your chance, okay? This is your chance. You've had the unmitigated goal to make that fucking Aquaman movie with bubble fucking breath, okay? No more. That was asinine. It was acid 10. Stay off the weed and make Batman Beyond with motherfucking Michael Keaton. There is no other fucking thing you need to be doing with Michael Keaton. Scene. Scene.
You forgot something, Stephen A. Or Skinny A. Let Zack Snyder make it. If DC is trying to do any kind of numbers with anything they created, they need Zack attached to it. Let Zack Snyder make it.
You know, I'm not even mad at that because you're right, because it's going to be futuristic. It's going to be gloomy. It's going to be like, you know, the depressed dystopia type shit. I'm with all of that. But if it ain't Batman Beyond, bro, like I'm done with them. I will never, like, I'll be all animated shit only, bro. I can't. There's nothing else he needs to be doing. What else could he be doing? What else? You already fucked up Batman versus Superman. You gonna do that again? Like, nah, bro. Nah. Michael Keaton is one of my favorite white guys. He's on my top 5 white guy team. He might be playing point because he's about the shortest one, I think, that's on the squad. Might be him and Tom Hanks at the 2 guard. But Birdman, Batman, and the Vulture. Give this nigga some wings, and it is fucking magic. That's all I gotta say. So it's gotta be Batman Beyond, and that's it. I ain't got nothing to say. Be Walt. Yeah, man. Yeah. Anything else?
I'm with it. It needs to be Batman Beyond because I think I think there's enough of a Michael Keaton following out there who would say that he is the best Batman. When you're talking about him and then about Kilmer and Michael Keaton is the best Batman.
I would agree.
I think he's the best Batman, but I also really like Christian Bale. As you know, if we have to list the Batmans in order, so in my mind is Michael Keaton #1, Christian Bale, and then Batfleck. The rest of them, like George Clooney, who I love in almost everything, like Batman with nipples, I can't do it. And Val Kilmer, who I love in almost everything, I can't. His Batman wasn't that great. So and it wasn't his fault that his Batman wasn't that great. Just the movies was trash, right? But because Val Kilmer's a hell of an actor, I really like him. But Michael Keaton at his age now has to be Batman Beyond. It can't be anything else. It won't make sense for it to be anything else. They can even do the origin of Batman Beyond in the sense that, okay, yeah, he tries to fight one more time, but the nigga's elderly and he gets fucked up. Like, who cares? He's fine, sure. But he can't carry the movie as the central ass kicker. He's not. He needs to be the man at the desk, you know, with all the stuff to pass on to the young dude who does the ass kicking for him. And then it'll make sense.
And that's perfect. That's fucking perfect. That's perfect.
So if that's the case, who are they going to cast as the other guy? As new Batman?
If this was 5 years ago, I would have said Zac Efron.
That fits.
But he's white, so he's 40 now, basically. He's our age, to be honest. But maybe the young dude from the new Dune movie, Timothy, was it Chalamet? He was in Interstellar. He was a kid in Interstellar. You know what I'm talking about? You got Interstellar up there. Like, go on and pull it. There you go.
Yeah, it's down there. But I've only watched it once because of how long it is. And
he comes to mind. His youth window was still around, and I think him playing off Keaton, I could see that. I could actually see that. He'd have to get in shape for it, but yeah. And this is something, and I don't know how you feel, but they don't need to make this black. They just need to do it like how it was done. Like, have your black characters, but I don't need to see a black Tim, I forget his last name, a black Batman Beyond. Like, a McGinnis. Yeah, I don't need to see that. Just run it as usual. I don't know how you feel, but that's how I feel about it.
You know how I feel about it. I feel like when you're taking characters that are already established and just changing the race of that character for the sake of getting people on board and passing on this fake diversity shit, it's a waste of fucking time. Just develop new characters. We've already talked about this. Batman Beyond has been out long enough. Yeah, get you one of them square jaw little Malibu Ken ass white boys to play McGinnis and then call it a day. Whatever, who cares? But do it right. Do it right. Bring Zack Snyder here and do it the right way. Because as far as I'm concerned, no DC project that is not animated is good without Zack Snyder.
That's right.
I'm not just talking shit. I got him right here. and let me backtrack. No DCU EU, because I love the Nolan Batmans, and like I said, Michael Keaton is my favorite Batman. But once you get out of those and you start talking about, Man of Steel and beyond, the DCEU,
nope.
Nothing without Snyder is worth a damn.
Nope.
Sorry.
Nuh-uh. I support this message.
Bro, somebody tried to say Aquaman was a good movie, and I love Jason Momoa, but that shit is trash.
Who?
I don't remember. Somebody said, man, you should watch this. Shit's good. And I immediately blocked that shit out of my mind.
With the air fucking bubbles?
Bro, I watched it. It's terrible.
This shit. Oh my God. And then they straight made Black Manta's helmet way too fucking big. Like they knew it was too fucking big, and they made it too fucking big.
How you fight with that fucking thing? You're like, oh my God. Let's not look. No. We're not talking about that. Michael Keaton, Zack Snyder, the rest of the cast, Batman Beyond.
WB is trying their hardest not to Snyderverse all their shit too, and that's just making us want it more. Like, cause that shit fucked their plans up. They didn't think we was gonna actually want to watch. They're not gonna watch 4 hours. Motherfucker, it's COVID. You don't test us. You don't know what we're gonna do.
Right. I don't even know what day it is anymore.
And then that shit was really fucking good. Like, it was the best shit that they've ever done. So
is the Zack Snyder Justice League better, worse, or on par with Captain Marvel?
Oh, it is by far better, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, I will watch that 4.5 hour shit all day over Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is trash, bro. It's trash. Yeah, they knew exactly what they were doing. That is the most successful piece of trash I've ever seen. That's the best way I can put it. But yeah, we with the shits. But to that point about making characters black just to be making them black, that actually leads us into our next topic. And we actually touched on this last week. So this is coming from harddrive.net, and it's an article written by Andy Holt. And
Hard Drive?
Harddrive.net. Yep.
Okay.
That is, right. Yeah. And he quotes in his article that he's penned, quote, putting a black character in God of War would be like putting a Middle Eastern character in the Bible. Now, B-Wall, I am not an expert when it comes to this mythology. Like, we had this conversation last week. Angar Bardoda, am I saying that right? I don't know where she fits into the lore, but in this game, this God of War game that's using this mythology, they made her a black character. And I noticed it. I didn't think much of it, but also know I didn't know much about the context either. What are your thoughts on this? Did you have a problem with her being black? Do you think it's her being black for the sake of being black? What's your perspective on this thing?
have to go back and look at the trailer. I'm not big on trailers. So I remember I vaguely remember the trailer for Ragnarok. We're talking about Ragnarok, right?
Yes, we are.
Here's the thing. God of War, the original God of War, he's running through Zeus and all the homies, slicing them up. Slicing them up. Now, in this new set of games, he's basically battling all of Norse mythology. You would have to look and see whether, you'd actually have to do your research and see if Norse, they celebrated any black gods that happen to be, any gods that happen to be black. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I know what wouldn't fly though, if his next stop was, he was fucking with the African guys and he was killing all of them. I know black folks have a problem with that. Like, hold on, bro. Hold on, Kratos. So I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. Is she a god or is she just a character?
Agarbodota. I hope I'm saying that right. Agarbodota. Let me see if I can spell it. Maybe that'll help.
Is she a god or a character?
A black girl named Angrboda. Angrboda. Yeah. I'm fucking this up. It didn't say whether she was just a character or a god, though. They didn't state.
She is the maid of Loki and the mother of monsters.
That's what you just read?
She is only mentioned once in the she's only mentioned once. Let me see. So she if she's mated with Loki, she's gotta be. Oh, okay. So she's from Jotunheim. She's the mother of 3 monsters. You would have to see how she was described. I don't know. Like, I'm with the diversity thing to some extent, but
do you think they pressed the button just to be pressing it, or do you think it matters?
you know what? I honestly would have to play the game and see how she's represented. But it makes sense based on what I told you last week about Atreus, that he would come across this character. Now, whether or not she's black or not, I don't know how much that really matters. But if she is the mother of Fenrir, then she's very important. Because, and I think I'm saying his name wrong, Fenrir is the wolf that Odin is scared is going to grow too big and kill him. Fenrir is the wolf that Odin thinks is going to cause Ragnarok. So if she is the mother of that, then it would make sense for Atreus, who everybody found out is Loki, to meet her at some point. Especially because the game is called Ragnarok. Ragnarok can't exist without Loki's kid, which was the wolf. And her name is translated to mean she who offers sorrow or harm bitter, the one who brings grief. So I don't know. I have to do some research to see how she's described. I'm sure there'll be people gonna do research and they're gonna have a problem with it. You're gonna have a problem with it one way or another. I don't know. I really don't know. I have to see. I guess I'll have to look at the trailer now and see how she's represented. But
Right on. All right. Well, I did not watch the trailer. It wasn't my turn. And but what's funny to me is like this dude has some and maybe this is just him being a good writer because I'm quoting this shit now. He has some poignant fucking quotes, like some where's he going to say? I don't mind diversity in video games, hypothetically, in theory, if the right situation were to arise in the future, but some things are sacred. adding a black character to a story based on Norse mythology is shoehorning this situation. And then he has a counterpoint to his own point where he's like, could you imagine changing the race of Jesus? Not even changing the plot, just like swapping his skin color and changing the language he speaks just to make it easier to relate to him? No, that would be like making the Pharaoh some African dude. Like, this nigga, well, not the nigga, this motherfucker is literally talking about white people and what they've done to the story. and as a counterpoint to his point about the diversity within Norse mythology. Mind you, this entire time, Kratos is voiced by a black guy. Kratos is a nigga. Like, literally. So I think his point is very short-sighted. I think it's a fluff piece. I think it's just something to get people to come check out harddrive.net, which now that I've said it for the third time, sounds like the second porn site we've actually mentioned on the show.
I was thinking it was porn.
Yeah. I see where you were going there. You were definitely ahead of me. Yeah, me about a few laps on that one. But I just...
Here's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. When you... First of all ancient cultures, right, their religious beliefs, they're pulled from cultures that came before. That's just how it works. And those pull, like when you're talking religion and stuff, it's basically a primitive group of people trying to explain things that they don't understand scientifically yet, right? That's where these ancient religions come from, like Zeus being the god of thunder. Some Greek nigga was scared. Oh, it must be a man doing. They create religions and mythology and stuff like that to try to explain things that they don't quite get, right? But the truth of the matter is, when you're talking about ancient peoples and intermingling and stuff, there's been evidence that we've all been intermingling for a very long time.
Yep.
Even though, contrary to popular belief, a lot of Europeans think that they went around and civilized everyone else. But the truth of the matter is, there are a lot of civilizations, non-white civilizations, that were civilized long before they were, and they actually borrowed a lot from those civilizations, including mythology that they took and they changed. That's what that they took and they changed. That's why the Greeks and the Roman stories, a lot of those elements you can trace back to like ancient Egypt, shit like that. I don't know, sort of Mesopotamia, all those the Middle Eastern areas and stuff like that, because they're all borrowing from each other. So, without doing the research, I would have to lean and believe to say that like there had to be black Vikings, black people that that were dealing with these Norse folks at some level. So, I mean, if the character's done well, I don't think I would really care. But people need to stop thinking that all these different groups of people weren't dealing with each other, because they were. And there's proof of it all over the world that these ancient groups were dealing with each other, very early on. So I say that to say, as long as the character's done well, I'm waiting for some hotep ass nigga to have a problem with the fact that she's the harm bringer and the bringer of sorrow and being a black woman. There'll be some people who have a problem with that.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
after looking her up and seeing who she is and what she represents and who she is in reference to Atreus, she is a very important character. So I hope we see a lot of her.
Yeah. I didn't really have much of a response. I noticed her, but again, I wasn't like God of War really ain't on my radar because I have to finish the fourth one and I gotta beat them fucking Valkyrie bitches, and I'm coming for you hoes. I don't give a fuck how long it takes.
You can beat the game and then go back and fight the Valkyries. You can beat the main story and still go back and fight the Valkyries.
I know, but we've already discussed, like, I got to do it with I can't heal. I got to do it the way I got to do it. I got to. But I said I have to say that that's being jokingly, you know, I don't know when I'll be able to actually play it myself. It didn't bother me. I thought it seems like they took a character where the race didn't matter. Like the spirit of the character needed to be intact, but the race could go on either way. You know, but this dude wrote an article about it. I thought it was poignant. And it, you know, because we had talked about it in different aspects, and I know that you had more of an idea of what, you know, where the mythology, where it stemmed from, where it originated from than I did. So, yeah, but it's, you know, we'll see. Well, let's keep it pushing.
But see, the thing is, you just make me think about this, and I haven't studied this shit in years. I mean, this is way back in college and high school when I was studying this kind of stuff. But you know how history does tend to be whitewashed. So this guy's coming from a place of maybe understanding whitewashed history and not the full truth of the way people were intermingling during these different time periods. And I mean, Black folks went all up and through Europe, you know, all up and through Europe before Europe was even considered Europe.
Yeah, niggas don't like to talk about Hannibal.
But see, this is proven though. This is already proven. Right. Black folks settled in Spain for 500 years. I mean, and then let's talk about our brothers to the east. Like everybody was, you know, once
everybody was moving and growing.
Once the roads and stuff were set and people could get back and forth through land instead of having to sail all around the world, everybody was coming and meeting at some level. You know, so I mean, I'm interested in that. That's if I have time, I'm gonna actually try to read up on a little bit more Norse history instead of just the mythology. But there are gods. There are people who are celebrated as gods in European culture who actually have Black origins, like Imhotep, who is considered the father of medicine by a lot of people. Is a Black guy. He's a Black person, an actual Black person who was celebrated as a god by the Greeks, I think, maybe the Romans. But either way, he's the father of modern medicine, who was so smart apparently that the Greeks, the Greeks or the Romans, I can't remember, actually celebrated him as a god for being that damn smart, for knowing advanced techniques at the time that other people would actually travel down to learn from him. You know what I'm saying? Right. So if they can do it, why wouldn't the Norse folks be able to do it as well? Why wouldn't there be an intermingling? You know, but you know, like I said, when history gets whitewashed, they'd have you believe that our history started when they picked us off the shores of a fucking, you know, the shores of some beach, and they civilized us and whatnot. But we know that's not the case. So now I'm interested. I'm gonna have to look. And as far as God of War is concerned, yeah, I'm playing that shit because I'm replaying the other one now.
Copy that. Let's keep it pushing. We got a couple more that we can get out of here. This is the second one from GiantFreakingRobot.com. Will Smith wants Deadshot to team up with Idris Elba's Bloodsport. What's your first thoughts on this, B. Walt?
Is Zack Snyder gonna be involved? I love Will Smith. I love Idris Elba. But this is still a DC property. Is Zack Snyder gonna be involved? I'm saying they need to put the ZS in the air. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Zack, listen, Ziz, we have an idea for a movie.
Uh,
Two black leading men, and Ziz would be like, I got you. 4-hour
okay.
movie.
What? A 4-hour Bad Boys with superheroes.
A 4-hour Bad Boys with superheroes and a banging ass soundtrack. Dum, 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 dum.
Them niggas would go to Metropolis, then Jamaica, then Cuba, to Miami. I mean, I agree with you. That's why I was laughing. But James Gunn, for what it's worth, did a great job with the Suicide Squad movie that had Idris Elba in it. I thought that was, outside of the Snyderverse, that was the best thing that DC's done.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that again because I liked it, but when I watched it, I was tired as fuck.
But you still thought it was better than Will Smith's.
The original Suicide Squad, that shit was ass. Like,
Right.
what's up with old girl dancing through the whole thing when she would talk? Like, it's like really, it just threw me off. That shit was weird. Like, nah. And meth head Joker, like, nah, I'm good, bro.
But look, I think Will Smith is a very smart motherfucker.
Yes.
And he's thinking, all right, I was about to say Deadpool. Deadshot's not dead, right? Idris Elba's Bloodsport is now, essentially, he's been bladed. You know, he's been upgraded from like B, C character in the comics to like A-list in the movies and shit. He's like, I'm black, you black. I'm a little brown, you're a little more darker. You don't like me, I don't like you. We can, like, he's thinking Bad Boys superheroes. I know what he is. And he's like, we can get like 3 out of these, bro. We can get a good 45, 50 million out of this shit right now.
And somewhere Martin Lawrence is sitting there mad at a motherfucker, like,
mad
really,
as a motherfucker, right?
Really, Will, you gonna do this to me? I got Zack Snyder #2. I'm gonna call that nigga too. Zack, I got an idea.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to do Def Jam again.
Right, like
produced by Zack Snyder.
Def Jam, brought to you by the Snyderverse.
Dum, 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 dum.
But I really think that's what he's thinking. Like he knows what he's doing. He's putting this out there. He's seeing how it's gonna respond, and it makes sense. Like, you know, the ladies gonna come see it. The dudes are gonna come see it. It just and look, DC ain't. It's not like they ain't got anything else going on that like they really busy with on the live action shit. Like this Flash shit is about to happen. We already talked about that. Batman Michael Keaton is down the line after the Flash. There's been no talk of Batfleck really coming back, which is also another Snyderverse property. It makes all the sense in the goddamn world. And guess what? I would go fucking see all 3 of them. Like if they were here now, I'd go see them. And then, so yeah, that's my thoughts on it. It sucks to be Martin Lawrence right now. First Tisha, now Will, but you know.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch these Bad Boys movies now, bro.
Respecting Martin, out of respect for Martin. Oh man, just put a combat shotgun in Grable Union's hands, bro, and everything's gonna be fine. You understand what I'm saying? That's all. That's all. But I'm with the shits, bro. If they doing it, I'm with you. That's real. That's real. Michael Bay can't direct it though. Like that's what can happen.
Michael Bay, just let him fuck up Transformers. You can just keep fucking up Transformers and Ninja Turtles or some shit. Zack Snyder, I'm telling you, if it's DCE, whatever, Zack Snyder. That's it. That's their only shot.
Oh man, let's keep it pushing.
Only shot. He's MJ in '84. Like, just give Zack the fucking ball and let him go to work, bro. Because the rest of y'all niggas is doing coke for the game. Apparently, just let Zack do it, bro. Just let Zack do it.
Oh man. All right. Let's see. So, according to www.earlygame.com.
Where do these motherfuckers come up with these names? www. Because don't nobody else use this is mine.com. Like what? Okay. What they talking about?
They talking about that now. We talked about this a couple of shows ago about Grand Theft Auto 6. And according to them, it's on its way. But B-Walt, here's the catch. Here's the catch. You ready? It's going to be set in 1998. So I got to ask you right now, how old do you feel in this moment? Getting what you wanted.
Shit, 18, brother. 1998.
Listen, if they do this, if this game comes out and it's set in 1998, nigga, I'm playing it.
They got to do it in Chicago. This is the thing. They got to do it in a fictional Chicago, like, because Mike just won his last championship. Bro, they got to do it in Chicago.
Bro, fuck that. I don't care about that. Nigga, the music in 98, nigga, the hip hop in 98, I'm playing that shit every fucking day.
But here's
that
the thing.
Radio station.
Here's the thing. It's not just the music from 1998. Because they usually borrow from around that time period. So you just give them liberty to say 95 through.
It's a wrap.
Bro, I already got the sub. I got the sub hooked to the TV already. All I need is the game. But when is it supposed to come out, though? See, this is the bullshit. When is it supposed to come out? Well,
it's just they're just
speculating.
No, they're not speculating, but they ain't got that far with it yet. They said it. They said it. A possible clue was left in the the enhanced version of GTA 5. His latest trailer that gives hints that it would be set in the 90s. And then, that it's sort of a logistical theory from there. I am excited and scared about this all at the same time for so many reasons. But because I do feel old, but fuck it. There were some moments in 98, you know what I'm saying? So I'm with the shits. I'm curious to see how that would do that. I couldn't see how that would be much of a difference than what would look like right now. Like, I know there's differences, but that's more on a technical standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Not like not something that turns like in terms of the atmosphere or the environment.
That's kind of my issue with it too. If they did it in like the 60s or the 80s, these are two different periods where, you could tell the difference. But the late 90s to now, other than the advancements in cell phone technology and video games, wait, when did Facebook first come out? 2004? There's a couple. Social media didn't exist in 98. I'm trying to think. What's the major differences from 98 to now? Other than, social media, of course, being the biggest thing.
The video games, the dial-up, arcades, to your point, the cell phones, niggas had the sidekicks they were around the corner. You know what I'm saying?
98, they were still them big phones with the battery packs.
Were we chirping back then? Were we chirping in 98?
Chirping wasn't chirping. Well, maybe, but I remember getting my first cell phone in 2000.
Yeah, I got mine in I want to say 2001, like early 2001.
It was an LG Flip.
I had the little the WorldCom phone that was like, it was just one thing. It was like a long ass square. That's it.
Remember how hard it was to text, man? Like, I didn't even want to text, man. It's like, man, fuck this shit.
Niggas are putting in like 7 codes now, like.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3. B, like I'm good.
That's probably like a mini game in that fucking GTA.
Oh God.
How fast can you text, nigga? I I don't know if there's big enough gap to like really feel the difference. Like as soon like I wouldn't call that a period piece like the rest of them have been.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
this last one that came out with it being based off of Hollywood, LA, and stuff, it's the best one in my opinion out of all of them. I mean, and it's been out for like 10 years at this point. So where do you actually go from here at this point?
That's
I think the only thing that you could do is change where you have it. Because at this point,
right. You've done LA, you've done up to date, you've done 80s, you've done
LA and you've done Miami. You've done New Yorkish.
right.
With the first one with Claude. Because remember Claude couldn't speak and they were making jokes about him the whole game. And that other guy, the Russian. That was New York. So now,
Right.
I mean, there's only a handful of places, right? Like you got Chicago.
Now, if they did like
Chicago.
Al Capone, Chicago, GTA, I think that'd be killer.
Nah, you already got the Mafia series that goes through that time period.
Mafia is shit though, you know that. Mafia is trash. They don't even.
But what I'm saying is.
But you're saying something completely new is what you're talking.
If you're talking about '98 and like I would like to see Chicago because then look, think about it. You can have weather changes, a lot drastic, more drastic. As far as creating the map of Chicago, it's a grid, right? So, and you can totally play that up. There's places in the shot. See, there's places in the shot. I mean, you could do it. I think Chicago will be a good place to go next. And I'm not just saying that because I'm from there. I'm just thinking about where else would they do it unless they do it overseas. I mean, out here, I mean, you hit New York, you hit LA, you hit Miami.
What's
nobody's
next?
gonna do
what's
it. Nobody's gonna do it in North Dakota, like I mean, Cleveland or some shit. Come on, there's only one other place. Maybe Texas. Maybe.
Nah.
But I don't even see
good.
that.
Yeah.
Philly, maybe. But
nah, next in line would be Chicago.
It would have to be.
Right. Yeah, it's. I still don't think this idea is worth 40 million a year with no work. Going back to what we was talking about, but if they have to update it, yeah, I don't know. They'd have to be different because even the Matrix hadn't even come out yet. So it's like, damn, how would they approach this? That's weird. But it's a thought. It's a thought. I don't think it's a 40 million a year thought, but it is a thought. Let's all right, we're gonna wrap this up. This is we gotta get out of here. Real quick. Man, I don't know about you, but B Walt, but since we did the show last week, right, with Norm Macdonald, either someone as a celebrity or personally I've known has passed every day since then. So
we're living in the world for that nowadays.
Yeah, this is that time. And man, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever's going on, find a way to do what the fuck you want. Live your fucking life. You don't know how many moments you're gonna have left. We want to give our roses to AJ Johnson, aka Ezel. He passed away at 55. And I got a quick story about I was about to call him Ezel, AJ Johnson. Dude has always been funny. Always. And there was a show, an open mic, me and my boy went to, and he was hosting. He was pretty much the host and the headliner for this like stand-up comedy like weed spot inside. This is clearly pre-COVID. Niggas gave no fucks. And he had this joke about like he was one of those comics that would talk about shit you weren't supposed to talk about. Like they say like that's taboo or like you're above that or whatever. He had this joke about how he would shit and then like wipe his ass. And then he'd fold the paper. And then he'd wipe his ass again. And he'd fold the paper. And he had like a moment of every time he folded the paper like 7 times, bro. Like about just wiping his ass. And it was so funny. And it was so funny because as a comic, they tell you, you got to be better than that. You can't be talking about like having shit jokes. And nigga, that was the best shit joke I've ever heard. That was the best joke I heard that night. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for being fearless and just being cool. Like anytime I came across you, always been funny as fuck. And I'll tell you what, this happened and he didn't even know this is some LA shit. We was in the streets, we were driving somewhere and I saw him like a couple cars in front of me. And some car was fucking around in front of him. Like they weren't going, like the light was green and they weren't going. He like honked on the horn and they finally moved. And he had his Benz. He bent around him, hit like 80 super quick. We got to the next red light and he pulled up hella fast right in front of him, like made him almost hit. And then he laid back in his car like, now what, bitch? Now what? Like he was on the whole time. This shit was hilarious. Yeah, man, I just, that fucked me up when I heard that. That was this morning. And then the last one is an artist from the 90s, B-Wall. I don't know if I threw it in the group on Facebook, Mike McGinty. He's a concept artist for Street Fighter. He's got some classic images of Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter 2, Streets of Rage 2, Streets of Rage 3. Yeah, man, he passed away. It's just been like, it's been crazy this week. So if you got a beef with somebody, get that shit sorted out or don't. If there's some shit you want to do, go fucking do it. Find a way. If you really want to do it, you'll find a way or don't. But my point is, whatever you do, don't have no regrets. And that's my point. Because you don't want to leave this motherfucker with regrets, whatever the case might be. B-Walt, anything else before we get out of here?
Whatever you do, take care of yourself and your health, because once that shit is gone, it's very hard to reclaim that shit, if at all. So take care of yourself. And that's all
real.
I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for other things as well, sir. You know what I'm saying? But we're not gonna say that right now because it's still recording. Know what I mean? So
You wanna at least turn the fucking camera on while you like
while I
subliminally hit me with some shit.
Subliminally, but not subliminally. And,
Right. You want to tell me some shit, but you don't? Nah, thank you both, AJ Johnson, Mike McGinty. We appreciate y'all. And that's the end of episode 33, the Scottie Pippen episode, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar episode. Yay, 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 yay. This has been Brotherhood Language, approaching conversation kinetically about fiction. This is Black as Fuck. You are not going to get me to flinch, you dancing ass nigga, because can't nobody see you dance because I'm the one that's talking right now. BLACKAZFUK, the TikTok, the Twitter, the gram. The website is www.blackafhq.com, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every Monday. Come check us out through Zoom. We got you covered. We have a good time. We got He-Man statues in the back. We got statues of Walt next to He-Man in the back. We got tons of Blu-rays and DVDs for you not to watch because you'll never be there. But we had a great time with them. TV series, Breaking Bad, Dexter, whatever you want, whatever you think you're a fan of. You ain't fans like us. We better fans of you. That's why we talk about this shit every fucking Monday. So come check us out. Nigga, is that Skeletor? Is that fucking Skeletor you just stood up? That's Skeletor. And DJ B will have to scratch real quick. Skeletor, DJ Skeletor. That's your new nickname, nigga. There you go. You welcome. We're out though. Those 8 people. We appreciate you.
Approaching conversation kinetically about fiction. This is Blackest.